So I'm not actually sure that this is something that just millennials can't stand. I think it might kind of like go up into the generation above us and the generation below us. But like, people are constantly talking about all these differences between Gen X and baby boomers and millennials. So if it is something that bothers you and those other generations, like that's good, because maybe we got some common ground here. Wait, before I do this, let me set this up. Here's what happened today.
Who's Alice? Who's sister?
March came through in the clutch for us, and all that snow, rain. Well, I mean, it's half snow, but it's obviously not laying on the ground. I've been having a breath issue today. I'm still not totally sure how much I like talking about vlogging in the vlog. Like, it might be a little bit too, I don't know, but I just gotta say, if you subscribe to this idea that it is good to get uncomfortable, it is good to do things that make you feel uncomfortable and embarrassed so that you can like kind of build up your tolerance to those things, I highly recommend getting a camera and talking to it in public, just because people think you are so weird. It is the best feeling. Talk about not caring what other people think of you, getting outside of the norm. Give it a shot. All right, I've got a one question quiz for you. Do you think I like going to the bank better on sunny days when it's beautiful out, or rainy days when it's like pretty kind of horrible out? Trick question, who cares? I'm going to the bank. All right, I've got another quiz for you. Do you think I like going to the bank more when it's open or closed? You almost got hit? Stay safe, hang in there. That was my buddy Justin. You've seen him in previous vlogs. He just told me he almost got hit on his bike, pulled out right in front of him, he almost got smashed. You may know that I have an affinity for cycling. That is true, but you want to know what I have even more of an affinity for is life and living. Hands down, between a car and a cyclist, the cyclist always loses, all right? Give us 4 more seconds. Give us 4 seconds of your time. Wait a little bit longer. Wait to pass us till you have the whole other lane. Just think about the life of the people around you. This day also kind of got away from me. It is closing time. It's 5:35. I still need to go to the post office and the bank. So, yeah. I'll talk later. Just nothing like those city sunsets.
Whoa.
Crafts!
All right, so back to when I walked down to the bank and boom, the bank was closed, and then I walked back up, and you know, that took me like 15 minutes. That made me think of something, which is this thing that I've been thinking about a lot, about something that I've seen a lot of my peers really have a problem with, and that thing is wasted time. Inefficiency, just stuff that like, it doesn't seem like we should be spending our time doing it. A good example of this in my line of work, video production, when I'm cutting a video and it's the first cut and I'm making choices where I'm not sure if this is the choice that the client's gonna wanna make in the end or not, like, you know, cutting this sentence versus this. So a lot of times, especially when we're starting out, I would send like a really long first cut that had most everything still left in it, because spending that energy, taking that thought required to make something a little bit more fine-tuned, and then have to go back and have the client be like, no, we actually, you know, we wanted it this way, and kind of negate or undo all of that work that I had already done. Like, that really didn't sit well with me. Another thing is, similar but different, is like if you give me a task that I think probably there's a robot that can do it, and I just don't know what the robot is, so I can't load the task into the robot, but like if there's a task that a robot can do and you ask me to do it, I'll do it, but I'm gonna do it pretty reluctantly. If you've got millennials working for you, or you're working with millennials, and like this is something you feel like these people are lazy, like why don't they just do this work? Ask yourself the question, are they unmotivated by this task because they think it is something that a robot could do, or they're just nervous that at the end when they hand in the project that they've spent hours working on, someone's gonna be like, no, we actually have to go this different direction. And that's gonna feel like wasted time, because that is incredibly demotivating. And I understand some things, they have to be like this. Yeah, maybe you are gonna take 8 hours down the wrong path and you're gonna have to redo that. What you gotta do is you gotta realize every path, every hour you spend that you end up not getting to use that work, that work was completely unproductive because it didn't turn into anything, you gotta think of it as productive, as training, as you learned something, you learned how to operate. Let me know if this is something you struggle with. Also, any other solutions you've got. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a nighttime time lapse here. Yeah, it's happening.